Hello and welcome. We are here with Nationwide Southwest and America's Marketing Group CEO, Mr. Dennis Willich. Now, Dennis, we had some time set aside on center stage at PrimeTime. We didn't make it. Tell us why.
Well, Mike, to be honest with you, I got so darn busy out there with members and vendors, and really was probably more importantly taking a lot of our members around to the different vendors and stuff, and a lot of new exciting things that I want them to see. And to be honest with you, I had that appointment set with you, but I got to thinking the members were just more important than you at that point in time, and I decided I better take care of them first, and we'd be able to catch up on this another day.
Absolutely. Those members are always more important than anything else we have going on, and that's why we're coming to you from center stage at virtual PrimeTime. So a whole new setup here. And Dennis, let's look back on Phoenix. Phoenix, a very exciting show for Nationwide Southwest, for America's Marketing Group. Give us a couple highlights.
Oh man, gosh, Mike, there's so many highlights, you know what I'm saying? Trying to pick out one or two, three or four. I mean, there's just so many. The main thing I think there is the fact that we had so many of our members, and of course the last couple of years has been tough as heck on everybody. We did break out of everything. We got to go to Nashville. Then we finally got to go to Phoenix. And then during that period of time, we had a lot of folks wanting to come to Phoenix. And then things came up with COVID. We had ice storms. We had a lot of things that prevented that.
Right.
But when we got there, boy, the excitement from the members was fantastic. We had a lot of new exciting technology stuff with considering we had all tremendous opportunities. We had a lot of our members that are really finally getting really engaged in the marketing side of things and getting into all of the digital stuff nowadays. That was a major big play. Look at all of the learning academies that we had in that arena alone. And I'll tell you something. We had a meeting, we had one of our Southwest meetings there, and I brought together all of our new members in there, and we talked to them. And one of the things that came out of that meeting was the fact that they wanted to hit that floor and know more about what they need to do with website, digital, to really get in and focus on the marketplaces that they're serving. So those things, a lot of great new products we offered. One of the other areas that's just exciting to me is this new luxury division that we're putting out in the appliance arena, where a lot of consumers want the really ultra premium look, but just can't afford to get into that ultra premium price points and stuff. And with all the lines that we now have in our bag there, the offerings are just immense out there. That's a great area. I'll tell you one of the places that was probably the most talked about was that outdoor, where we had the outdoor cookout. Oh, let me tell you something. People just went crazy with that thing. I was hearing, I don't know how many times members came to me and said, do that at every show. Don't ever leave this out again.
And it works to take that same experience, replicate that at the stores of those folks who are selling outdoors. So a great place to learn how to put on that outdoor demo.
Hey.
Take that back home and drive that same kind of excitement and traffic right there in your local market.
Amen.
Now, Dennis, we're here at virtual PrimeTime, and it's important that a lot of those things you mentioned, we're bringing a sample of that to virtual PrimeTime. We've got around 20 of those Learning Academy sessions here at the virtual show. We had over 100 sessions live there at PrimeTime. You mentioned that Nationwide Southwest member meeting, getting your members together for that business meeting, all those great things that happen and all that networking. So virtual PrimeTime, certainly great if you absolutely must miss a show.
Right.
But let's talk about that difference between virtual PrimeTime, real PrimeTime, and why it's so important.
You know, Mike, I can't say enough about the importance of being at the PrimeTime show itself. Seeing people face to face, sitting around, maybe having lunch, breakfast, being in those learning academies, being down on that floor, inside of the booths, meeting with the vendors and all those things. That's irreplaceable. You can't get that feel. You can't get that experience with virtual. You have to be there. And the more members, and I stress this to every member, you need to get to virtual. I mean, you need to get to PrimeTime. Virtual is just a kind of a Band-Aid, if you will, compared to what the real deal is out there. And the show, I can't even tell you. Members came up to me over and over and over, thanking me, thanking Nationwide, thanking everybody for putting it together and finally getting us back on track. So you cannot replace the PrimeTime with virtual.
You know, and I've heard from several members who were at the live show in Phoenix. Now they're planning on being here at Virtual PrimeTime to catch a snippet here or a Learning Academy there that they may have missed. So it's a nice supplement to help you make sure you got to everything, because there really is so much at a live PrimeTime. It's hard to take it all in even when you're there. Another great part of that networking, at this show we hosted a series of 8 member-to-member roundtable sessions. And now that's special. When you get those retailers in a room, 80, 90, 100 dealers in a room, sharing best practices, sharing their challenges, sharing the solutions that they've found. There's so many takeaways from that attending 3 roundtables makes it worth coming to the show if you did nothing else.
Amen. You know, when you look at the value of a round table and networking, it's hard to say, okay, it's worth X amount of dollars. But if you think about what I'm getting ready to say, how many of our members go to PrimeTime for networking alone? They bring that up over and over and over. I'll never forget going to a PrimeTime one time, and we had a brand new member that came for his very first show. When he got back, he sent me an email. The thing was about 4 pages long, and 90% of it was people he met and things he learned from the people he met from all over the countryside, and the things he was going to do to put this thing to work in his business. Listen to this. That member then was doing about $700,000 a year. The member today is doing $12 million.
Wow.
I rest my case.
That's a statement right there. And Dennis, one of those other things that's often overlooked, coming to PrimeTime for the first time can be somewhat intimidating. There is a lot going on. There's a lot to take in, but you set those first-time PrimeTime attendees, those new members, up for success with your new member and first-timer meeting, right?
That is exactly right. You know, it's like anything. When once you've been on a journey, you've been there once, you pretty much know how to get there.
Right.
But these people come to PrimeTime, you put 250,000 square feet showroom in front of them. They don't know where to start or where to end.
Right.
And what we want to do is say, hey, you can't possibly maybe go out and discover every square foot that's going on, but these are the places you really, really need to be. Don't miss out here, and there.
Right.
If you do these things well, you're going to really get a lot out of the group. And by the way, just keep coming to PrimeTime, and eventually you will make all 250,000 square feet.
Now, will you go on the record right here at Virtual PrimeTime when we get to Orlando? And we're heading to Orlando in August, so lots of time to plan. When we get to Orlando, you'll have that first time or that new member meeting, right?
Oh, yes. We got that at every single show we go to. And you know what's kind of crazy? We even have members that have gone to PrimeTime before ask us, can we come back to that meeting and go through it one more time, because we learned a lot, but we also want to know, is there something new that we might be missing out on if we don't come to that meeting? And we invite them. You know, it's not just for the new members and guests, but anybody that wants to come to that meeting, we bring them in, and we're going to continue doing those things. Let me say this. Listen, everybody today sacrifices to take the time away from their stores. Sure. Maybe they're short-handed. Maybe there's other elements that are going on in their lives, but they take the time and they make that commitment, and they want to come down there to PrimeTime and be part of this great event. And let me tell you something. When they get there, we're going to turn the red carpet. We're going to roll that baby out in front of them. We're going to treat them like kings and queens. And the reason why is because I am dedicated to nothing but taking care of members in the Southwest region. End of story.
Absolutely. So let's talk about it before we leave center stage here. We've got another PrimeTime coming up this year. If you missed Phoenix, you have not missed out on 2022. In August, we are headed down to Orlando, Florida. Members should start planning now, right?
Absolutely. We're going to be sending out just in the next week or 10 days. Everybody's going to get notified, exact dates, where we're going to be, all the different details. And then as we go through this, we will be adding and adding and adding. And by the way, I want all the members to realize we'll be sending out a nice layout. We'll be making a nice offering to help you with some of your travel room buy downs, different things, but also try to give you a little idea of some of the things that we're going to plan for you and stuff. You know, it's not all a business 100%.
Sure.
We got to go have a little bit of fun down there when we get together. You know what I mean?
We had a little bit of fun in Phoenix.
We had a lot of fun in Phoenix.
Yes, we did.
And we plan to have a lot more down here in Orlando, though. I'm looking forward to this. But I'm going to tell you right now, all I can say is every member out there, I don't care, nationwide, Southwest, nationwide, the whole entire country, every single member should take it upon themselves and do everything they can to get out of your locations, get out of your stores, and make this trip. And here's another thing I think is important that we forget about. We always talk, a lot of times when we talk members, it almost is like we're talking to the maybe the owner, maybe a wife, husband, wife
Sure.
team. A lot of times, but I'm wanting to get a little more inclusive.
Sure.
And why not try? Maybe there's another person inside of your organization that could really develop a lot of key items and stuff from PrimeTime. Bring those ideas back. Maybe have a different look at what they saw.
Sure.
And you know, a lot of times we go to the same thing over and over, and we look and we kind of do our same thing. Getting somebody new, some new blood from your location, from your store, to come there and take a look. You might be surprised at what that person might bring back and say, hey, this would really work well in our operation here. So I just challenge everybody to think out of the box a little more and start to look at what can we do better. And by the way, challenge us. Don't ever quit challenging. We get better if you challenge us. I want our members to challenge us. I want to be challenged every single day to do a better job, and we're going to work our tails off to do just that.
Well, and Dennis, to that point, when you look at the show and how it's evolved now, you have tracks in education for financial service leaders, for marketing leaders, for digital leaders, for service leaders. If you're an appliance service, we've got an entire event inside the show all about servicing dealers and how to make that more profitable and more efficient. So you have to dig deep. It's not just the same person comes every 6 months. Be daring in Orlando. Bring a second member of the team. Bring a third member of the team. And I can assure you, they will have opportunity after opportunity across the entire show to engage, to learn, to come back and be better equipped, better connected to do their business and to do it inside your business, leading to more success. It is a can't lose situation. So let's get ready for this virtual show. Let's get virtual done.
That's it.
And then let's go to Orlando.
Let's get this virtual show done, and then let's get down to Orlando. And again, I'm going to say it one last time. I can't wait to get there. I get so excited sometimes, I want to go down there 2 months in advance just to hang out because I'm fired up and ready to go.
Ready to rock and roll.
Ready to rock. But guys, listen to me. Members, I know it's tough. I know it's hard. And I know a lot of times the sacrifice is great sometimes. But the sacrifice is worth it. If there's any way at all that you can get out of your locations and get there, please come see us. I'm going to be ready to rock and roll with all of you down there. We're going to have a great time together. Mike, I look forward to seeing you there as well, my friend.
I will see you there, sir, and we hope to see each and every one of you there. Enjoy this virtual Prime Time, and then look for that information, as Dennis said, coming very soon for the next live Prime Time this August down in Orlando. Dennis, thanks for sitting down for just a few minutes this morning. I know you've got a lot to do in service of members, so we'll let you get back to it. Any final thoughts?
Thank you, Mike. Have a great day.